Item number B, consideration action on award of bid for fencing around the community garden site. Chair will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the bid of fencing with the cap of $24,000 and that's to come from the SPLOST funds. And I'd ask my colleagues to approve this also.
There is a motion to approve a bid for up not to exceed $24,000. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
There's a second. Further discussion.
I don't know how many of you are aware. We have a lot of people in the room tonight, so you may not be aware, but the group that has made our Saturday morning farmers market nationally renowned has now taken on another project over on the corner of Sawyer and Marigold, right across from the recycling center, of having a community garden. This group of volunteers are working tirelessly on getting donations from corporations. I had a meeting last Friday with council member, I just call him Squire, I keep Howard, and Mrs. Emanuel. We met with the people from Lowe's, the manager, the store manager, and we're applying for a grant. They are optimistic that we will receive a grant for up to $25,000 from Lowe's. This project, all told, is probably going to have $75,000 to $100,000 worth of donated material and labor into it. If you have not been by there to see the plans, you need to stop by and see it. The city's part of that is that we're going to protect it. That area that there's some fencing around it now. What we're going to do is repair or replace that fencing. It's quite a large area. And then along the front of it, they're going to put the same kind of fencing that we have on the rest of the park, the wrought iron fencing with the cement posts, the cement or stone pillars. So basically what we're doing is we're using our SPLOST funds that we receive from the county for Parks and Recreation. We're taking $24,000 of that fund and we're going to use it to protect the $75,000 or $100,000 that is going to be invested by this group inside that area. We've got a greenhouse, the $10,000 or $12,000 greenhouse that's already been purchased or I guess financed, whatever the case may be, but they've got it worked out. The Kiwanis Club, there's a lot of people involved in this. It's a great community project, and this is just the city doing its part to make sure that the community project goes forward successfully.
Further discussion?
If I could, please. I mentioned it earlier. So many good things going on in this city. This is just another one. Put it on the list. It's another one. It's going to be a wonderful thing when it's all said and done. And just if you hadn't gotten involved with it, if you feel the need, it's a great opportunity to get kind of in the middle of the city.
Mayor, I did not mention the company that we're awarding that to, and that is being awarded to Zavari Enterprises of Lawrenceville, Georgia. That's spelled Z-A-V-E-R-I Enterprises. They were the low bidder.
Councilman Howard, is that acceptable to you since you seconded the motion? Mayor Pro Tem Witz, point of clarification, you said that this money would be paid for from SPLOST funds. What SPLOST funds?
I believe it's 2009. I'm not sure what was in the original request, but I believe it was 2009 SPLOST.
The 2009 SPLOST funds for Briscoe Park, we have just started phase 2, and we actually are short from our 2009 SPLOST funds for phase 2 for Briscoe Park. We don't have enough to actually do phase 2.
I believe there's some other funds in there. There's funds that we're not going to be using this year. I think there's something there for Oak Grove Park, which won't be used this year, which we could certainly get those funds and put those to use at this project.
So your motion then is to approve the contract not to exceed $24,000 to be taken from SPLOST funds for Oak Road.
to be taken from SPLOST funds from the
For the Oak
balance
Road.
that was there. I mean, does that, I mean,
There's not a balance in the 2009 Briscoe
Then very
Park.
good.
So is
We'll
that
take it
from the
from-
Oak
oh,
Road
yes,
Passive
ma'am.
Park? Okay. Any further discussion? Any public comment on this agenda item? Please state your name and address for the record.
Kurt Schultz, 2027 Tanglewood Drive. One thing that is not shown on this bid, a very minor item, but we have a commitment from a beekeeper, and he has proposed that he will donate the hives and the queen bee to the city, which is quite expensive actually. But one requirement we need for that is approximately a 10 by 10 fenced-in area, which he wanted to put up in the upper left-hand corner, right at the corner of Marigold and Sawyer Parkway. Judging from the bid amounts here, we'd need 20 feet plus a gate at $12 per lineal foot, so approximately, I imagine, around $250 to enclose that area also. I'm sure, you know, we could probably get a donation to get that done, but it'd be nice to have a, you know, just a fresh start here and have everything the same and get started right from scratch. So.
I will donate the $250 for
You
that
beat
part
me
of the
to it.
fence. We just going to keep it at 24,000, and Councilman Howard and I will split the 250 since he's been so generous. I'll call him on it. We'll split the 250, okay?
One other thing on that.
No.
No. On the greenhouse, that isn't official yet. It's out there waiting for us to purchase, but it has not officially been purchased yet.
I'm
So
sorry,
I
that's
just wanted to
incorrect.
clarify
But
that.
it's closer to being purchased than it is not being purchased, correct?
Believe so.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
And we've got,
Stand corrected on the greenhouse.
and that's about a $20,000 greenhouse. It is
Stand corrected on the amount also.
20 by 40, fully equipped, so it's a beauty. Thank you.
Any further public comment? See none, I'll call the question. All those in favor of awarding the bid to the lowest bidder not to exceed the amount of $24,000 to be paid for from SPLOST funds for the Oak Road Passive Park signify by raising your right hand. That is, 4 in favor. All those opposed? 2 opposed. The motion carries. That brings us to C.